Yeah, I fucked up.
Oh my god, it's not funny.
You know, I really should have done this video a lot earlier than I should have, but you know what? I'm in a really petty mood today. I am so happy that I'm not the only one who finds Social Repose's coverage on Eugenia Cooney to be really fucking weird. The first two videos alone were really off-putting because he carried himself in the same demeanour as described in both of his Dear Future Girlfriend videos. There's also a really noticeable pattern of him despising other people's attention or company when it comes to those he gets close to. A lot of that is definitely based on projection of his insecurities, narcissism, jealousy, antisocial personality, and really disturbing obsession with glamorizing mental illness. It also explains why his perspective on Eugenia's mum eventually changed, as they just so happen to share a lot of similarities, but we'll get to that later. The next video that he do on her is honestly one that I cannot believe is still up, because the amount of self-awareness he lacks is honestly mind-blowing. Like, he wants to complain about drama surrounding her when this is the same guy who made two hit pieces against his ex-friends because they had common sense and took Jacqueline's side in the breakup. Don't even get me started on his blatant queerphobia. Like, it's one thing for him to go after a young queer person, but it's another for him to go after the community as a whole with stuff like this. Like, what the fuck did we even do to you, dude? Anyway, right after Shane Dawson posted his documentary and Jacqueline posted her 3 response videos, Richie decided to come in and not only agree with Jacqueline's statements, he also went on to confirm what other people had been saying about Eugenia's mum behind the scenes, as well as the driver Edgar, even including a witness testimony.
After watching the pretty lengthy videos that Jacqueline put out, it kind of adds context to a lot of the things that I've seen over the years. And while I haven't been friends with Eugenia for what seems like a lifetime at this point, I did witness a lot of those kind of undercurrent things and the whispers in the friend group, and how her driver would wait outside. Like, I remember when we did the campaign parody where her and I were running for president in that video, which I thought turned out really great. But her driver, we shot for 5 hours, and her driver waited outside the gate the whole time, like kind of just ominously, like waiting for her to be done, and that struck me as a little weird.
Also, look at that thumbnail. You see that, right? It's the mother. So he's pretty much highlighting the fact that the mother is one of the main issues in Eugenia's situation, right? So why is it that all of a sudden he decides to pull an Uno reverse card from his arse and make these videos? Now, I don't care to talk about his second to last video, although I will say it's super ironic that he made it to begin with, because it's literally the same exact thing that he came after other people for. Again, the lack of self-awareness is real. But this last video, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've come across a video this blood boiling in a very long time. I could go on and on about everything that's wrong with it, but one of the most obvious things to me was the fact that he wanted to ride off the attention of this video in the hopes that it'd get her attention, because for some reason he's made it his mission to get her back as if they dated at some point, which, again, fucking weird.
all the stuff between Social Repose and Ronnie Radke going on, I thought I should do my story time on how Richie Geese, aka Social Repose, tried to talk to me when I was 16, 15. So I was 15, about to be 16. I turned 16 in November 19th. I'm 23 now, by the way, but he said, please don't say you're 16. Are you 15? Let me down easy. Then I said, close to 16. My birthday is on November 19th. He said, I feel less bad. Who says that? What 25-year-old says that? I'm 23 now, and I could not imagine trying to talk to a fucking 15 or 16-year-old. Disgusting. Then he proceeds to tell me, you're so cute though, stop being 16. What the fuck? Like, what the actual fuck? I'm sorry, I look terrible right now, but all in all, he's a fucking predator. I don't give a fuck. That's just the facts. And I will screen record the messages and his profile if you guys need further proof. But I seen other people were commenting on Ronnie's videos saying that he's a predator, blah, 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 talks to underage girls. So there's the proof. This was in 2014/15. Like I said, I'm 23 now. It's 2022. That's absolutely disgusting, and people need to watch out for people like him.
I can't be in relationships just because I can't do it, and clearly I don't have the restraint for it. Maybe I have a sex problem. Maybe I have a sex problem. Maybe I have a sex problem.
Now, this next part is something that I wanted to say for last. It's the fact that Richie gave himself an eating disorder for a music video. I'm not even joking, that actually happened. And even after getting dragged, he had the gall to claim he wasn't promoting anything because he was, quote, complaining about the side effects. Keep in mind, nobody was asking for him to do any of this. Like, Richie, who the hell was asking for this? Who did you make this for? It certainly wasn't for the public, because no person in their right mind would ask for you to starve yourself to the brink of death for a project. You have absolutely no right to blame anyone but yourself. I also decided to fix the title and description of the last video he made about this to something more accurate, because the person we're dealing with is a professional sad fisher, and we all know how much they love to manipulate people. Richie, you can claim all you want that you care about things like eating disorders, but everyone knows that you are notorious for treating the concept of mental illness as an aesthetic. You're not fooling anybody.
I live alone. Nobody holds me accountable for anything that I do. So if I develop a problem, it takes a while before anyone notices, and things just spin out of control so quickly.
Accountability is the next step after making a mistake. Yeah. And I understand that, you guys. You know, I'm not trying to say that I'm perfect. Like, I'm not trying to say that, like, I've never made a mistake or that I've never said anything I shouldn't have said or, like, whatever. But I just kind of feel like a lot of the things that, like, people are always, like, accusing me of or making me into or whatever, it's like, they're not really things that I have to, like, take, like, accountability for because they're not even true. Honestly, I absolutely hate how the word accountability is used online. Honestly, James, same. Like, okay, I know some people that hear me say this are gonna get mad and are not gonna like what I'm saying here. And I'm not saying it's like a bad word, like, in general. But I've honestly come to, like, hate the word. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this way. I've, like, come to, like, hate the word accountability. Because I feel like online it's just way too overused. Like, I understand, like, apologizing or trying to do better, like, when you actually make a mistake. But it's like, I feel like there's, like, people that are like, oh, well, you take account. It's like, take accountability for what? Like half the, like, you know, so many of the things that, of course I do. Yeah, I absolutely do. I do, because it's annoying. A lot of people, it's just overused. In general, it's used to give someone an excuse to feel righteous while enjoying, which exactly. That's the thing, James. It's just like, I feel like so many people use the term. Like, I don't think it probably started out as a bad term, but I feel like with the internet, it's turned into like go and like majorly witch hunt another person and try to kind of like act like you're like so self-righteous and so much better, and you know, you have never made a mistake in your life. Thing is, like, a lot of people, they're like, oh, take accountability. I'm like, okay, when I actually make a mistake, I do apologize and I do try to like do better. But it's like some people just kind of wanting me to like take accountability for just kind of like existing. It's like, it's just kind of like, yeah, like that's why I just kind of think it can kind of be an annoying term. It's more annoying than gaslighting. Yeah, exactly, Brian. It's like, see, gaslighting is like another one that I feel like it just gets way too overused. Like, that's what I was kind of thinking is like comparable. The word kind of starts like, it starts kind of like losing its meaning, you know? Because it just gets like so like overused. And I know, I feel like accountability, it's like, it's even more getting like overused than gaslighting at this point.
I don't feel like I'm at the point to where I need medical attention, but I can see it going down that route if I continue this life that I'm living now. I just like to use this video as an admission, like I said in the beginning, and a commitment to combat this and to try and change and to understand that it is in my head, and that I don't have to be a complete skeleton and obsess over my weight and obsess over what I eat, and change my lifestyle around, and maybe I'll feel better. You know, maybe I can start meal prepping, or just figure it out, because what I'm doing now is really bad.
Have you gone to, if you guys are asking me if I've gone to like random doctors, I go to a doctor if there's like a reason for me to go to a doctor. You know, like, I don't really, like, if there's not a reason for me to go, then I don't really have to, I guess, go. I'm sorry if my knees, I don't think they're swollen, guys. I don't know. Sorry if they look swollen tonight. I don't really know. I think they're okay though. I think my knees are, you know, fine.
I'm happy I got this off my chest, although I know I'm going to regret uploading this video. It's probably going to do just as much damage as good to tell the internet this, as you know, if you're familiar with my antics, but whatever. This is my channel, and if people want to yell at me for trigger warnings and whatever, you can read the title. And this is my life and my issues and not yours, so go away if you're going to complain about that. But if you do have anything to say in the comments, I would appreciate it. I'll be reading them.
Thanks, Melissa.
I don't think you truly think you are deserving of love. If you did, you would not do this to your fans and young audience.
I'm not doing anything to my fans and young audience, but I'm sorry you feel that way.
For your life. I can't watch you anymore for
That's
your mental
fine.
health.
You don't have to.
You are not okay, and it's a damn shame.
You don't know if I'm
Is
doing
going
okay
to
or
save you
not.
but yourself. Peace and prayers.
I send you peace and prayers back. I send you peace and prayers back, and I wish you all the best. But, you know, if you feel that I am having like a bad impact on your mental health, I really am sorry about that. But I'm not forcing you to watch my content or to do anything to hurt yourself at all, and I would never want that for you. So if you do feel like my content has like a bad impact on your mental health, then you definitely do not have to watch me at all. Again, I'm not forcing anyone to watch me. And like, you know, and you also wouldn't really know if I was doing okay or not. So I mean, yeah, I don't really see the point, honestly, of like sending that. But I mean, I wish you all the best, and I think you should do whatever's best for you. You know, if you feel like watching me or watching anyone is harmful to you, you definitely don't have to watch me or watch anything harmful to you.
Maybe I'll try going to therapy. I don't know. I told her I don't agree with therapy, because I've tried it before and it just, I don't feel like it works. You know, we had a talk about my depression and how I should maybe get medicated. I also don't agree with that.
So you openly are are disregarding mental health Yeah, I disregard their opinion. I don't care what they said about me, guys. I don't care if they're mental health professionals or not. They met me for like not enough time to actually know me as a person. Like, we didn't spend that much time together. If they got an impression of me based upon lies that they're just listening to that aren't true, and they talked to me for a few minutes, making huge judgments on me from like literally a couple of minutes of speaking with me or like whatever, you know, a lot of the time they were just kind of waiting around for them to like take me away or whatever. And it's like, yeah, no, I don't think that they can give like a fair opinion. I felt like they literally came in there like ready to lock someone up today, you know. So I mean, no, they caught me in a very like nervous. I think I'm going to an escape room when I ended up in the situation that I was in that day. So no, I don't really care what their opinion or evaluation was of me that day, and I don't really think it means a lot.
I've dated people with eating disorders, I've had friends with eating disorders, and it's one of those things that just kind of creeps up on you because of societal standards, because of beauty standards, predominantly in women, but as you can see with me, it has affected me too. So hopefully this is a start to me fixing this, and I hope that my words resonated at least for some of you. I guess that's all I have to say. I'm just gonna go metaphorically dig my own grave now because I'm embarrassed, but I don't know. I've always been really open with mental health stuff on this channel despite all my art and my music and just the way I am. I've always been very upfront with my struggles, and a lot of people say that they relate to that and they resonate with that, so.
He was texting her again saying how he missed her. How just looking at her the night she went to the show made him almost prematurely come because of the extra weight she had put on. Because he's into that, and that was a problem in our relationship because I wasn't thick enough and I felt like shit about myself. So that burned. That burned. It was very vulgar. The conversations were very vulgar. He undermined our relationship. By the way, she has a boyfriend of 1.5 years that they were trying to make plans around him not catching them. Like, he asked her for nudes to hold him over until he could see her for a week in December where he would fuck her twice a day. And then she sent the nudes, so that was fun that is burned into my mind forever.
Yes.